I don't hate the guy. I hate the people who vote for him. I think they're stupid. I don't think I do. I'll be honest with you. I have no respect for you.
I was on Howard Stern's show as much as anybody, and
yeah.
he was great at that time. And then he went woke.
Yeah.
And since he's gone woke, his ratings have gone down the tubes. And he sort of went anti-Trump for a couple of reasons. Mm-hmm. But I was on his show a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, he has a best of. Did you ever see the best of Howard Stern? I don't want to promote it necessarily, but and I was there for just about all of them.
Outside of the NBA, I cannot think of another organization in entertainment that has been more negatively impacted by the woke fungus than Howard Stern, or as he now prefers to be called, Howie. I can't think of another person that has destroyed their legacy more than Howie Stern. If you have been following me on the channel for a while, you know that I grew up listening to The Stern Show. I was in college when he moved to Sirius XM in 2006, and I was a daily listener of the show for many years. I quit listening to Howie I would say it's probably about 5 years ago. Now, at the time, the show had been declining for years, but Howie hadn't yet been infected with the woke fungus. If you go back to 2018, 2019, Howard Stern was still consistently generating headlines in the media. In the past 3 or 4 years, though, those headlines have completely vanished. In his 50 years of broadcasting, Howard Stern has never been more irrelevant than he is today. And I can tell you with almost 100% certainty, it bothers the shit out of him. Howie has this unquenching desire to be noticed. He has this never-ending desire for attention. And the more irrelevant he becomes, the more the mainstream attention fades away, the angrier Howie becomes. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble across this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. If you search Behind the Line here on YouTube, it should be the first channel that pops up. For decades, Howard Stern had the most loyal audience in radio and television. His audience would defend him at all costs, but due to his dual diagnosis of being 100% infected with the woke fungus along with a stage 4 case of OMB, Orange Man Bad, the vast majority of Howie's audience has turned against him. And if you don't believe me, go check out the Howard Stern subreddit. When it comes to social media platforms, Reddit is the wokest of the woke. If you are looking for premier wanker spanking, if you're looking for endless photos of men modeling dresses, Reddit is the place to be. Howard Stern has become so infected with the fungus. Even the wanker spankers on Reddit are complaining about his wokeness. A couple of weeks ago, I was reading through the threads just to get an update on Howie. Like I said, I listened to the show every day for years. Even though I am no longer a listener, I still keep myself updated from time to time on what's happening on Howie's show. Damn near every time I check the threads on Reddit, I see the same complaints. Why is he so obsessed with the Trumper? Why is he so afraid of the COVID? Why in the hell is he still talking about the COVID? It's 2024, damn it! Bring back the Sibian! Howard Stern has become so infected with the fungus, he is even renamed the Whack Packers. He no longer wanted to insult the underprivileged by referring to them by derogatory names, so he decided to give them names that wouldn't hurt their feelings. Wendy the Slow Adult. Instead of Jeff the Drunk, he is now Jeff the Man Who Likes to Consume Beverages. There's no more Peg Leg Pete, now it's Pete with the Prosthetic Appendage. Not only has the Whack Pack undergone a woke transformation, Howie has also banned guests that are deemed too controversial. Before he passed away, Gilbert Gottfried, he was no longer allowed on the show. Artie Lang, who sat in the Jackie chair for years and was a part of what I believe to be the greatest era in the show's history, Artie Lang, persona non grata. Donald Trump, one of the legendary guests on the Stern Show, Donald Trump, he has not been allowed on the show in years. Do I think it bothers the Trumper? Actually, yeah, I think it does. Trump wanted Howie's endorsement in 2016. If I remember correctly, Donald Trump was pissed off when Howie decided to endorse Hillary Clinton. Now, at the time, Howie wasn't showing the disdain towards Donald Trump that he does today. For the most part, he remained somewhat neutral. But today, the orange man is considered the forbidden fruit on the Howard Stern show, which is probably why yesterday the Trumper hit Howard Stern where he knows it hurts him the most. I don't care how old you are, super successful dudes of all ages have egos. Hell, we all have egos. Howie Stern, he cannot stand to be perceived as a huge embarrassing failure. For years, he has shit on YouTube. He has shit on podcasting. He is jealous of the success of Joe Rogan. He is jealous of the fact that Joe Rogan has 10 times the audience that he does, if not more. Now, we don't know the official ratings for the Howard Stern show because Howie refuses to release them. Last I checked, Sirius had over 30 million subscribers, but that number is declining by hundreds of thousands every quarter. Of those 30 million, how many do I think are listening to Howard Stern? Like I said, I don't think they have released ratings since 2009 and 2010, but if I wanted to be generous, I would say of those 30 million, 10% are listening to Stern. But I think the real number is probably closer to less than 5%. Think about it. If millions and millions of people were listening to Howie, don't you think that he would brag about it? Don't you think that he would promote it? Don't you think that he would promote his own success? I mean, this is the same dude that crowned himself king of all media. And back in the 90s, Howard Stern was the king of all media. In 2024, he doesn't even qualify to be the janitor of the media's bathroom where tampons are located in the men's room. Some will claim that the decline of Howard Stern has to do with his age, which is probably somewhat true. It's definitely a part of it. I mean, let's just be real here. Jokes about flatulence, jokes about spanking the wanker, they're not as effective, I guess, when they are coming from a dude in his 70s. Hell, I think Howard Stern's almost 80 at this point. Some of the change in the show can definitely be attributed to his age. But your audience should age along with you. Just because Howie is old, that doesn't mean he should lose 90% of his audience. Like I said, the show was still generating headlines in the media 5 or 6 years ago. Today, Howie can't generate attention when he is interviewing A-list celebrities. The decimation of his audience, it is the direct result of his infection of the woke fungus. Like many others in the media, Howard Stern believed that his audience thought the same way that he did. He became out of touch with the people who made him. And now, damn near every time he goes on the air, the only thing that Howard Stern is doing is shitting on his own legacy. But give me your thoughts on this. The Trumper hits Howie where he knows it hurts the most. He highlights the fact that Howie's ratings are in the pooper. Give me your reason. Why has Howard Stern declined? Why has he fallen out of the mainstream? Is it age? Is it because people have more options now? Or is it the woke fungus? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.